It looks like cryptocurrencies are getting into every industry, including the Formula One, as Formula One bosses justified their sponsorship deals with cryptocurrency brands despite all the concerns over the stability and impact of these cryptocurrencies on the environment. The Formula One industry is changing, and cryptocurrencies are the new tobacco for Formula One because of several partnerships with Formula One and the competitors with crypto brands, and not everybody is happy with it. Racing has always been a collaborative effort between so many brands. Big names like Rolex, Emirates, Puma, and Tommy Hilfiger have already been partners with Formula One racing. It makes a lot of sense why everyone wants to be a part of Formula One, because it is packed with action, drama, and so many emotions, which means there is a huge audience for this sporting event, which makes it an excellent marketing platform for companies to grow their brand awareness and recognition. People started talking a lot about the involvement of cryptocurrencies in Formula One when the promoters of Miami Grand Prix announced a new 9-year deal with the world's fastest-growing cryptocurrency platform, Crypto.com, and the race is officially going to be called Formula One Crypto.com Miami Grand Prix. Wow, that's a really long name! Ever since the economic crisis of 2008, the world needed a decentralized digital currency, and that resulted in the invention of Bitcoin, and ever since then, the blockchain technology was evolving to accommodate more to make it even better, especially with the introduction of smart contracts, and today, cryptocurrencies are one of the most talked about digital assets, and so many people ended up becoming multimillionaires. With such huge interest in cryptocurrency investment, this also means that the companies that deal with cryptocurrencies will be generating massive incomes. We're looking at millions of dollars of transactions in cryptocurrency. This means that these cryptocurrency brands will have so much resources to support something like Formula One racing. If you look at Crypto.com, the company started by signing a deal with the new Aston Martin F1 team and then signed a multi-year global partner deal with Formula One itself. So it's very clear that even Formula One is interested to be a part of the future of currencies. We cannot be sure that the future of currencies is going to be cryptocurrencies, but we can be sure that they are going to be all digital. You have to give credit to late John Hogan, who became a part of Formula One racing in the 70s as Marlboro's marketing director, and he was able to convert a rich man's event into the mainstream, and that is how the biggest tobacco brand in the world became a part of racing, and the entire tobacco industry started investing heavily into Formula One. The tobacco brand Marlboro, supported by big players like McLaren, Team Penske, and later Ferrari, but the competition supported familiar brands like Williams, Lotus, and Ligier. But the problem with tobacco brands is that several organizations started to talk about the dangers of smoking cigarettes, which happens to be one of the main causes of death each year, according to the World Health Organization. The governments were steadily imposing tax advertising bans in the late 80s, with an EU-wide ban in 2007. So, it looks like crypto companies are replacing tobacco companies' position in the Formula One racing. Chris Marzalek, co-founder and chief executive officer at Crypto.com, said, "Building on our global partnership with Formula One, we are thrilled to be the first commercial title partner for the Formula One Crypto.com Miami Grand Prix in a city that is fast becoming the crypto center of the US. Technology and innovation are at the core of what we do, which strategically aligns with the sport of racing, and together we will create exciting experiences at the intersection of Web3 and F1 racing." If you think managing a Formula One team is profitable, well, you're far away from the truth, because most of the brands that participate in the Formula One racing do not actually make a lot of money from Formula One. All they care about is the brand recognition that they get by participating in Formula One. Competitors make money by relying on sponsorship money and the prize money to pay creditors, employers, and the entire team. Tobacco companies had huge pockets, and they are willing to invest huge sums of money into motorsports, and nobody else has the power to do that. Ever since 2020, several cryptocurrency brand sponsorships are being welcomed in Formula One racing. You have companies like Aston Martin, Red Bull, Mercedes, Alpine, and F1 themselves having deals with several cryptocurrency exchanges. Alfa Romeo has got a partnership with an NFT token scheme. AlphaTauri, McLaren, Alpine, and Ferrari partnered with blockchain platforms. Aston Martin and Alfa Romeo partnered up with the fan token exchange platform. Red Bull also announced a lucrative partnership with cryptocurrency exchange Bybit. Red Bull chief Christian Horner said, "We've signed significant deals over the winter. The world is evolving. The world is changing. The whole crypto sector is a fascinating one. We're seeing it more throughout all sports, and of course it's something that we look at." Mercedes' Toto Wolff said, "I think when you're looking back in 10 years' time, we have made payments that take 2 days and can't be done outside of the week hours. It's something that's going to be a relic of the past. This is where cryptocurrencies come in. They are their own industry. That is why they've become a major player in the financial world and obviously seek exposure through Formula One. And we all benefit from them, but also learn from it." This makes sense because Mercedes is sponsored by cryptocurrency exchange FTX, and Wolff said he would find it extremely fascinating to understand how crypto exchanges work. Now, for those of you who don't know, FTX is a crypto exchange that handles billions of transactions every day, so it makes a lot of sense for Mercedes to partner up with FTX. Alpine CEO Laurent Rossi was bullish about crypto. "It's hard to ignore that we are digitizing the entire world." Rossi is somebody who sees several new possibilities with cryptocurrencies. He thinks that it could lessen the impact of fiat currencies on society, and he thinks it's in the right direction. Moving forward, considering the fact that everything we do today leaves some form of digital footprint. We're not sure about how the impacts of fiat currencies that we have today that Rossi was referring to. But hey, at least that's what he thinks about fiat currencies and cryptocurrencies. McLaren team principal Andreas Seidel is probably the only one who is slightly cautious about cryptocurrencies, because this is still a very new emerging asset class that we still have a lot to learn about. AlphaTauri's team principal Franz Tost argued that, in sustainability terms, it was important to differentiate different forms of crypto. They do not have the same way to create energy for their business. Therefore, we must be careful. You can't say that it's not sustainable. It depends on the different currencies and different ways. For sure, it's an important part for the future, and we will of course support this. Sustainability has always been a problem for the first generation of cryptocurrencies, and it still exists even today, which is also the reason why cryptocurrencies are non-mainstream and they're still bought as speculative assets. Price volatility is another fundamental problem with cryptocurrencies, along with the fact that cryptocurrencies do not have any intrinsic value. The reason why Tesla suspended Bitcoin payments is because of the fact that Bitcoin mining uses a lot of energy, and most of the energy comes from non-renewable source of energy. So once Bitcoin becomes mainstream, things can go out of hand because our dependency on non-renewable energy, which will be a lot higher, which will then undo all the efforts that we took towards building a sustainable future. Red Bull team principal Christian Horner said, "We take the sustainability argument very seriously, and of course, as do our partners. We're obviously looking at technologies that improve that, and if we can assist to achieve that, it's an exciting new sector, and it's great to see so much interest in Formula One. It's so attractive." In the end, these cryptocurrency brands want to use the platform to promote their brands just like the tobacco brands. Maybe because of this, more people might consider cryptos to be something more serious than it was ever before. At least, that is what people did when Elon Musk decided to tweet about Bitcoin and Dogecoin, which resulted in a huge surge in price of these cryptocurrencies. In the future, cryptocurrencies might end up as a very important part of the global financial system. Of course, it's not going to be as big as fiat currencies today. Considering the issues that still plague cryptocurrencies like price volatility and lack of intrinsic value. But again, not all cryptocurrencies are the same. Maybe central bank digital currencies could be the solution for a digital currency that we have all been waiting for.